Good afternoon and welcome to the Daily Community Briefing on WBON. I'm Gwendolyn Morton. The Daily Community Briefing is brought to you by Bishop's Small Engine Repair, Affordable Heating and Air, Bluegrass Marble and Granite of Richmond, and Davis and Powell Funeral Home in Berea. Also brought to you by Hall & Sons Auto Care, Jennings Auto Parts, Berea Ace Hardware, Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue, Kingston Shell, ABR Auto Recyclers, Chad Tate with Shelter Insurance, Mike's Hike and Bike, and Whitaker Bank. Thanks to all of those sponsors. Well, the Madison County Fiscal Court met Tuesday where they heard some grim news by Coroner Jimmy Cornelison concerning the drug epidemic in Madison County. Cornelison reported that in 2020, the coroner's office had 59 confirmed overdose deaths. As of Tuesday, there have been 42 confirmed overdose deaths with 13 pending cases. Cornelison told the magistrates that most of the deaths are from fentanyl. And he said that it's not going to stop unless we do something to scare dealers from coming to Madison County. Also at the fiscal court meeting, after nearly an hour of discussion, the fiscal court just barely approved a zone change for 80 acres of land located at 1270 Mobberly Road. In a 3-2 vote, magistrates approved changing the land from an agricultural zone to a single-family residential in hopes of building a new subdivision. The same proposal was denied by the court 2 years ago. The fiscal court also approved a proclamation making every July 27th Colleen Chaney Day. Chaney, who has served as the Deputy Judge Executive for the past 5 years, has accepted a position of Chief of Staff and Chief Communications Officer at Eastern Kentucky University effective August 1st. Congratulations to Ms. Chaney there. Well, the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet advises motorists of a scheduled project for the Clays Ferry Bridge on Interstate 75 southbound. Temporary lane closures will be necessary for the bridge deck overlay work. This project was awarded to the M&M Services on May 21st in the amount of just over $4 million. The anticipated date for completion is Thursday, October the 7th. The Clays Ferry Bridge is located on the Fayette-Madison County line, Interstate 75 southbound. The work will be in effect between mile point 97.541 and 97.703. Traffic control closures and burials will be in place between mile point 96.9 and 98.3. 2 lanes will remain open at all times. This includes shifts onto the shoulder. No weekend work is planned at this time. This could change pending weather and project progress. The speed limit will be reduced to 55 miles per hour with double fines in effect. Sunday, August 1st through Monday, August 2nd, 10 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till Monday. Crews will be setting up traffic controls, placing barrels and signage. Lanes will be closing Monday, August 2nd through Friday, August the 6th, 6 a.m. until 12 midnight. Currently, they're scheduled on a Monday through Friday schedule, 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. each day, and evening will continue through Thursday, October the 7th. Work will start, 2 lanes will remain open, and the 2 lanes will be closed in each direction. The traveling public should plan for and expect delays. All work closures are scheduled on a tentative basis and subject to change depending on weather conditions, emergencies, and other factors beyond the control of the Department of Highways. District 7 includes Anderson, Bourbon, Bath, Clark, Fayette, Garrett, Jessamine, Madison, Mercer, Montgomery, Scott, and Woodford counties. When a special meeting called, the Berea City Council named Beverly Rose as city's new administrator. She was appointed in a 7-1 vote, with council member Jerry Little voting against her appointment. Rose would be taking the place of the retiring administrator David Gregory. Rose's start date has not been determined, and Berea Fire Department Chief Sean Sandlin will serve in the position during the interim. The Madison County Animal Shelter is currently seeking volunteers to bathe their dogs sometime this week, according to a social media post on their Facebook page. The shelter says they will provide the bathing facility and needed supplies, and that they are looking for a helping hand. Per their social media post, volunteers must be comfortable handling large and energetic dogs. If you're interested in volunteering, you can call the Madison County Animal Shelter at 859-624-4744. Well, a Georgetown jury has found 35-year-old Cody Alan Arnett guilty of the 2018 rape of a Georgetown college student. Arnett took the stand in his own defense Tuesday, saying he had consensual sex with the victim. The statement contradicted what the victim described during her emotional testimony before the judge. The victim told the jury she had never met Arnett before the night he is accused of repeatedly raping her at knife point inside her campus apartment. Arnett had allegedly entered an unlocked door to the victim's residence. Arnett was found guilty on 3 counts of rape, 1 count of burglary, and 2 counts of sodomy, and 1 count of tampering with physical evidence. Well, the Scott County Fire Department announced on social media that they lost an important member of their team named Honey. In a post, their fire department mourns the loss of their 4-legged friend, saying, "For the last 11 years, one of the ways we helped the community was a wonderful accelerant detection canine named Honey. She was a staple of our department and was around the station almost every day with her handler, Assistant Chief Canave. They worked hard and were good at what they did. She worked 2 capital murder cases and was part of the Hero Dogs through the American Humane Association, plus was a regular at Martha Lane Collins High School for forensic classes. They add that she assisted in too many convictions of arsonists to count. She was able to retire in January of 2020 and got to go home to be a normal dog with her loving family. In her career as a service animal, she helped investigate fires in Kentucky, Indiana, and Ohio. The department said with sadness that Honey passed away this week. However, they said that they are very appreciative of her service over the years. The department said that thoughts are with Honey's family and wanted to ensure that she got the proper thanks for her many years of service to that community. Well, if you're here in central and eastern Kentucky, you have no doubt felt the humidity and the heat. However, there are many things to look out for, according to Lloyd Jordanson, Health Education Director at the Madison County Health Department. This applies to everyone out in the heat, not just seniors. Jordanson says also gives hopes on how to keep cool and how to keep your pets cool as well. With that story, here's our news director, Marissa Hempel.
The heat is definitely on here in Kentucky. However, it is important to keep health tips in mind while you're outside. With more information, we talked to Lloyd Jordanson from the Health Department.
There's some dangers involved as the heat rises, the humidity. There's some health-related issues that we need to watch out for, really people of all ages, and also our pets. Some of the things we want to consider is if, particularly with the elderly and such, they may not tolerate the heat very well, but that also could be people are immunocompromised, some other groups like that. And there's a series of things that you want to watch for as far as those health-related illnesses.
However, Jordanson says the elderly are not necessarily the most at risk.
We also need to consider other age groups too, though. We have a lot of people out playing sports right now. So even our teenagers, college age, young adults, they're out there being very active. Football going on and soccer and baseball, and people are outside and it can be very hot. So we need to watch those folks. The other group that is probably at high risk is kids. And what I mean by that is kids left in cars. That's a real issue that we need to be cautious of, and parents need to be careful that they don't leave their kids or pets in their cars because the temperatures go up so quickly.
Jordanson also details the difference between heat exhaustion and heat stroke and what tips to look out for if you're experiencing any of these symptoms.
Well, first of all, as you're outside and you're doing stuff, prevention-wise, really encourage people to use sunblock, hats, sometimes even long shirts, even when it's hard to cover, but to protect yourself from the sun. If you're out at a sports game somewhere watching your kids play, if you have an umbrella or if you have some sort of covering, that can be helpful. The first thing you're going to notice oftentimes is like a heat rash, and that's kind of showing it could be a rash around your neck, some other places too, creases in your skin. Sunburn, many of us are aware of that. You need to be careful on that sunburn and try to prevent that. It can be red, warm skin, blisters. You move on and you can have heat cramps, and again, a lot of folks doing the physical activity outside, a lot of heavy sweating and muscle pain or spasms come on. The next stage is heat exhaustion, and you will be sweating heavily. You could start getting a little bit cool and pale and clammy feeling, fast, weak pulse. nausea or vomiting, again, muscle cramps, tiredness, weakness, dizziness, headache, fainting. All of those things are signs that you're having a problem with heat exhaustion. Now, heat stroke is life-threatening, and we don't want to get there. So, again, that's where if you start you basically stop sweating. Your temperature is going to be over 103. Your pulse will get faster, and you could get headache, dizziness, nausea, confusion, and losing consciousness.
He continues detailing the things that people can do to avoid both heat exhaustion and heat stroke during these hot summer months.
If you start moving into heat exhaustion, you need to move into a cool place and loosen your clothes, drink some fluids, cool your body down before you get to the heat stroke part. And if you start throwing up while you're in this stage, or your symptoms get worse, or they last longer than an hour, you need to go get medical help. Now, if you get into the heated stroke where you've stopped sweating, your skin can be dry, you're hot, you're fainting, dizzy, any of those, you need to call 911 and get emergency help coming. If you're with somebody, move them into a cooler place, get 911 coming. At this point in the heat stroke, don't even give them anything to drink. Just get help there as quick as you can.
Georgetown also went into detail about what to do for pets during these hot summer months.
It's okay for dogs to be outside and running around, but they need to have a place available to them. If you're in a backyard, if they're chained up in a place that they don't have any kind of shade, that's very dangerous. The other issue is pets in cars, just like kids. It only takes 20 minutes, relatively low temperatures, in the 80s, to get up well over into the danger zone of, over 110 degrees and climbing. And that applies to children being left in a car or pets.
In the end, Georgetown reminds to keep your symptoms in check, and if you're out in the heat too long, to make sure you don't get into heat exhaustion or heat stroke, as it will become life-threatening. For Channel 9 News, I'm Marissa Hempel.
Thanks, Marissa, for that story. And with that, we're going to take our first break of the day. We'll be right back with more stories and some bad news on the COVID epidemic right here on WBON.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
The mission at H2 Health is to create a healthcare environment where their employees and clients love to be. They offer a wide range of services including physical therapy, occupational therapy, a chronic pain program, wellness and fitness programs, dry needling, and more. H2 Health is here to get you back in the game and feeling your best with locations in Richmond, Berea, and more. Visit h2health.com to learn more and get started today at H2 Health.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Abundant Hope Naturals has a huge selection of CBD products and natural supplements. Buy any CBD product, get 40% off any supplement of equal or lesser value right now at Abundant Hope Naturals in the Southern Hills Plaza in Richmond.
Donate or shop at the new location for the Habitat Restore in Madison County. The proceeds from the Habitat Restore go towards helping build a home for someone in need. Shop, donate, or volunteer at the new location for the Habitat Restore in the old CVS Pharmacy building on Main Street in Richmond.
You know when you step outside and it feels absolutely perfect? The air's not too warm, not too cool, just perfection? Now imagine if you could have that same feeling inside your home at a price that feels even better. You can, thanks to the folks at Affordable Heating and Air. Call 859-779-0122 now and get the best Lennox home comfort systems at a price you'll love. That's Affordable Heating and Air at 859-779-0122 or online at affordableheating-air.com.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are going to drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's going to put the work in the first place?
Support your favorite team with apparel from Campus Warehouse in Richmond. Whether you're an EKU fan or you're a part of the Big Blue Nation, Campus Warehouse has something for you. Stop by and see their new line of Old Road t-shirts, because guys, we know Saturdays are for the boys. Plus, they have the cutest seasonal tees for the ladies. And Campus Warehouse now carries the new line of tees for the kiddos as well. Visit campuswarehouserichmond.com or stop by their location in the Richmond Center next to Buffalo Wild Wings.
The Old West, the way you remember it. Good guys and bad guys.
Come and join us as we watch and talk about the best of the West.
Western movies, TV shows, and more.
Draw Western Theater, Saturdays at 1 p.m.
Here on Richmond's very own Channel 9.
Welcome back to the Daily Community Briefing on WBON. I'm Gwendolyn Morton. The Daily Community Briefing is brought to you by Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Keep your power equipment working strong all season long with the help from Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Let Bishop's service your mower and power equipment North Estill Avenue in Richmond. Affordable heating and air for all your heating and air needs. Call Brian with Affordable Heating and Air Conditioning at 859-779-0122. Bluegrass Marble and Granite of Richmond at 635 and a half Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. And Bluegrass Marble and Granite can take care of all of your remodels or fabrication needs. Also, Davis and Powell Funeral Home in Berea has the best aftercare in the business when every detail counts. Remember, Davis and Powell Funeral Home. Well, EKU is set to enter their first season as a member of the Atlantic Sun Conference, and today was Media Day, held virtually by conference officials. Our sports director, Michael Watkins, was there, and Coach Walt Wells had a lot to say about the upcoming season.
Coach Michael Watkins here, WBON TV. You guys got 6 players named to the preseason All-ASUN. What does that mean for your program heading into the first year of this conference?
Well, I hope it means that some people took notice of what we did last fall when we played, and that some of these guys went out there and put what they do on film, and the coaches that have been studying all spring and summer getting ready for this season had noticed some traits that they admired. And so, again, it's preseason, and I understand why we do them, and I'm very thankful that we do them. And I think it's great attention for these young men to help build their brand and their NIL image. But the postseason ones are what they're probably more looking forward to.
Talk about the absence of those rivalry games that, are going to be lost with you guys leaving the OVC conference and entering the Atlantic Sun.
Build those as we move forward. I mean, obviously we played UCA twice last year, and we split with them. So 2 really good football games. So I think right there you're seeing something build potentially. Jacksonville State will be in there, and then whoever else comes into the conference along with the current members, we might have some natural rivalries going forward there. I think when you're talking about that, you just got to continue to understand that those will probably happen over time, and it's going to be built with a new conference and come with time, and that's just how I feel it'll probably happen. There may be something that occurs in a game or how a game finishes or whatever that maybe puts a little edge to it. And, I was at Western Kentucky back in the day when I got there, the Western Illinois game became a rival because of the playoff game the year before when there was a sledgehammer incident. So no telling, we don't want that, but there's all different kinds of things that create rivalries. And so I think those will be built upon as we continue to play.
Coach, one thing that you told me last week was, how everybody at EKU right now is on the same path. Everybody's on the same page with the momentum and the hype surrounding this transition into the ASUN. With you guys kind of being first in line to be in this conference and playing the first games, how important is it for you guys to get off to a good start to continue that momentum along?
Well, I think anytime you're going into the season, that's the first thing you want to do is get off to a good start. You got to know who you are, where you are, and where you're going. But it is important because it is, there are people that may not thought that this was a good move that are Colonel fans, and they're still going to be Colonel fans, but they may, everybody's got their opinion, and we know nowadays they can state it in a variety of different ways, and that's fine. I mean, bottom line is we were presented this opportunity. We thought it was best for EKU and for Richmond, and so we took it. And so now our job as coaches and players is to go out and perform. I don't know if there's any added pressure because of it, because the pressure is all self-induced. We have to understand that we have to go out and do what we need to do and consistently be who we are so we can get to where we want to go. It's not about, proving everybody that this is the right move and we're good enough to do this or whatever. To us, we're going to follow our core values, walk right through them, and one of them is consistency and performance and all we do, and that's what we're going to try to do. So I don't see it as, we got to pound our chest that we did anything like that.
For WBON TV Sports, I'm Michael Watkins.
Thanks, Michael, for that story. Well, last night was the first night of carnival rides at the Madison County Fair, and there were 2,800 tickets sold at the gate as people of all ages enjoyed being out at the fair for the first time since 2019. Other than it being a first night for the carnival rides, there were also a ton of events going on, including the cattle show, baby and toddler pageants, magic show, and of course that greased pig event. Tonight at 6, the carnival rides will open once again, as well as the Foggy Bottom Petting Zoo. At 7, it's the AQHA Horse Show and Tiny and Little Miss and Mr. pageants. Admission is only $10, and that includes carnival rides. For more information, visit the MadisonCountyFair.com. Lots of fun there. Well, the Kentucky Department for Public Health is offering a COVID-19 testing program for schools to assist with safe in-person learning for the upcoming academic year. According to Commissioner Stephen Stack, it is limited to staff and students of Kentucky K-12 public, private, and charter schools. Stack says he urges everyone who operates a school to explore the options and make testing available to keep people safe. Well, Tuesday, Rowan and Clay counties received some really big news. The United States Department of Agriculture Rural Development announced USDA is investing $2 million to help spur rural economic development. Kentucky is one of 10 states which the USDA is investing $14 million in rural economic development projects through the Rural Economic Department Loan and Grant Program. USDA Rural Development provides loans and grants to help expand economic opportunities, create jobs, and improve the quality of life for millions of Americans in rural areas. Good news there. Well, drivers who use Kentucky 399 between Ida, May, and Heidelberg and Lee County will need to find an alternate route tomorrow, July 29th. The highway will be closed at mile point 4.0 for replacement of the drainage pipe. The location is just north of Crestmont Road intersection. Work will begin around 8 a.m. and should be completed by 4 p.m. During this time, the road will be closed to all through traffic. No marked detour will be posted. Drivers can use Kentucky 587, Kentucky 11, and Kentucky 52 or an alternate route. In case of inclement weather, the closure will be postponed until another suitable date. Approximately 250 vehicles use this section of Kentucky 399 every day. And with that, we're going to go to our second break of the day. We'll be right back with those COVID numbers here on WBON.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
The mission at H2 Health is to create a healthcare environment where their employees and clients love to be. They offer a wide range of services including physical therapy, occupational therapy, a chronic pain program, wellness and fitness programs, dry needling, and more. H2 Health is here to get you back in the game and feeling your best with locations in Richmond, Berea, and more. Visit h2health.com to learn more and get started today at H2 Health.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Abundant Hope Naturals has a huge selection of CBD products and natural supplements. Buy any CBD product, get 40% off any supplement of equal or lesser value right now at Abundant Hope Naturals in the Southern Hills Plaza in Richmond.
Donate or shop at the new location for the Habitat Restore in Madison County. The proceeds from the Habitat Restore go towards helping build a home for someone in need. Shop, donate, or volunteer at the new location for the Habitat Restore in the old CVS Pharmacy building on Main Street in Richmond.
You know when you step outside and it feels absolutely perfect? The air's not too warm, not too cool, just perfection? Now imagine if you could have that same feeling inside your home at a price that feels even better. You can, thanks to the folks at Affordable Heating and Air. Call 859-779-0122 now and get the best Lennox home comfort systems at a price you'll love. That's Affordable Heating and Air at 859-779-0122 or online at affordableheating-air.com.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are gonna drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's gonna put the work in the first place?
Support your favorite team with apparel from Campus Warehouse in Richmond. Whether you're an EKU fan or you're a part of the Big Blue Nation, Campus Warehouse has something for you. Stop by and see their new line of Old Road t-shirts, because guys, we know Saturdays are for the boys. Plus, they have the cutest seasonal tees for the ladies. And Campus Warehouse now carries a new line of tees for the kiddos as well. Visit campuswarehouserichmond.com or stop by their location in the Richmond Center next to Buffalo Wild Wings.
The Old West, the way you remember it. Good guys and bad guys.
Come and join us as we watch and talk about the best of the West.
Western movies, TV shows, and more.
Draw Western Theater, Saturdays at 1 p.m.
Here on Richmond's very own Channel 9.
Welcome back to the Daily Community Briefing on WBN. The Daily Community Briefing is brought to you by Bishop's Small Engine Repair, Affordable Heating and Air, Bluegrass Marble and Granite of Richmond, and Davis and Powell Funeral Home in Berea. Thanks to those sponsors. We're going to go right on into the incidence rate for today, and unfortunately it is not good. When we left you yesterday, we had 23 red counties. We are already up 5 for today. We are 28 red counties here in Kentucky. We also lost one of the green. We had 4 green counties leaving you yesterday. Today, only 3. It looks like they have switched around a little bit. Yesterday, we had Hickman, Trigg, Clinton, and Wolfe. Today, Wolfe does stay in the green as well as Hickman, but we lost Fulton goes green, and we lost Trigg over the last 24 hours. Just taking a look at all of those red counties, pretty good here around Madison County. 2 more counties right on our border have become red. Looks like they were red yesterday as well. Clark with 26.8, very close to that border there, and Jackson, unfortunately not at all close, 54.7 for their incidence rate in Jackson County, and that is up from yesterday. They were at 48 yesterday. Madison County up again today. We were at 18 yesterday, up to 22 today. All of the counties surrounding it look like they are increasing in numbers. The orange counties, if you're watching from home, you can see that the orange counties are just taking over. Very few yellow counties even left at this point. Looking to get a vaccine to help these numbers go down. There's plenty of opportunities out there. White House Clinics, 1-855-WH appointments can get you taken care of. They are in McKee, Mount Vernon, Berea, Irvin, Richmond, and Berea Primary Care. Also, not feeling well, go ahead and get a test so that you know. It's today is Wednesday. You can get tested at the Berea Municipal Garage until 5:30, or you can go to the White House Clinic in Richmond also till 5:30 today to get tested. Numbers are going up. That's not a good situation. We're going to keep following that as we go on. Want breaking news on your phone? We got you covered. All you got to do is join our Preferred Viewers Club. How do you do that? You text WBON to 77,000. Breaking news, weather, traffic, all right on your phone. Don't be the last to know. Join our Preferred Viewers Club. I'm Gwendolyn Morton. We'll be right back here tomorrow at 3 o'clock with more news and COVID numbers. See y'all tomorrow. Bye.